happy Social Friday, happy Relationship Friday, happy Couple Partnership Friday, happy Family Friday. You know, this is the greatest day that, you know, we mingle. You know, we mingle every day, but Friday is special, right? It's at the weekend is starting, family time, couple time, you know. Yeah, so welcome to this episode, our third episode about social wellness, relationship wellness, friendships wellness, whatever you want to call it, but it's all about as human beings interacting with each other, right? Whether it's from father to son, mother to daughter, family interaction, friendships interactions, couple partnerships. It's all about that, creating new relationships. These episodes are going to be all about that, right? Yeah, so as we said, the next 8 weeks, we are going to be seeing from last week, it's all about couple partnerships, right? Yeah, interesting. And then after that, we're going to do 8 weeks of parenting and so on and so forth. So if you're finding this video right now and you're like, what is she talking about? So you have to go back and watch episode 1 because this is episode 3. And when you watch from episode 1, you're going to understand what I'm talking about and where we are going, right? Yeah, and if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, Gladys Global, go subscribe so that you get informed every time I post an episode. Or on Facebook, if you're watching this from Facebook, Gladys Global, also like the page and click the button see first so that every time I post an episode, you're informed that the episode is there for you to watch according to the dimension of wellness that you decide to develop in your life this year 2018, right? Yeah, so let's get to work, couples. So last time I told you to go to I suggested you go talk to each other and decide which is one thing you want to develop in your relationship as a couple together. One thing that you want to develop together as a couple. And also you can have, your spouse or your partner can have one thing that they want to develop in their, with themselves as an individual. And the other spouse the same, but you have this one thing that you want to develop together, right? So that's how we are going to be working out this. Right? So you need to have an agenda or a notebook where you're going to be writing everything that we are going to be talking about because 8 weeks are long, a bit long, you know. Yeah, so you need to have somewhere that you're going to be writing down some stuff, right? And so where we left last time, so I hope that you've already written the things that you want to change either as an individual or as a couple, and here we're going to be more focused as a couple and as an individual, right? Because you have to develop as an individual in order to be able to develop with that other person, right? You are two, but remember you're still two individuals with two different minds and two different ways of seeing things, two different sexes. So, so you still need to develop yourself individually so that you can be stronger or more perfect to interact with that other spouse, that other partner, right? Yeah, so today, I'd love you to make something like this. I don't know whether you made it last time, but somewhere an agenda where you have number 1 and number 2. So number 1, the goal you have together, and number 2 is the goal that you have for you yourself, right? Yeah, so I hope that you've already written all those down. And today, we are going to launch the trial week. We are going to do the passion tracker for couple partnership, and it's going to be the trial week. So in this trial week, so each spouse to have a partnership and agenda, as I've said, and write down the action steps and the appointments. Because so if you've made something like this with action steps, number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2. So actually number 1 is going to be a date. Because to work together, you need to be together. To develop something together, you have to be together. So I'm going to call that a date, right? We all know it's a date. So 45 minutes date every day, every single day. And if you're two partners that are very busy, that they can't meet every day for 45 minutes, then if you're more free on a weekend, so you can calculate the 45 minutes for each day and accumulate them. Either they're going to be 3 hours or 4 hours that you're going to be together in order to work this thing out. But in any way, you have to catch up. Just know it's each and every day 45 minutes. For yourself as an individual, 45 minutes, and another 45 minutes for you as a couple. If you can't meet as a couple every day because maybe of a busy schedule, then you can accumulate that time to be on a Saturday or on a Sunday when you're having the weekend together, and accumulate all those 45 minutes and make it maybe 3 hours or 6 hours together, and you work on this, right? But you really have to take 100% responsibility if you want this to work into your life. It really worked on my life, and if I'm sharing this, it's something that I've tried into my life and it has really worked 100%, right? So in order for your relationship to work, I believe that you have to put God as the foundation. The foundation is God, right? And then number 2, you have to take 100% responsibility. 100% responsibility of your relationship, which means that you're giving to that other partner 100% without expecting back. Give without expecting back, right? So if one partner is giving without expecting back, the other person is also giving without expecting back, then there's going to be an abundance, there's going to be passion into your relationship, right? And be consistent in doing these things. These busy lives, it can distract you, but be consistent. If you miss a day, accumulate that 45 minutes to that other day, it makes 90 minutes, and work on it, right? Be consistent. Compliment with authenticity. Just don't compliment because I'm telling you to compliment your partner. No, let it come from within you. Don't force it. Let it be real. Compliment with authenticity. Be real. Be you. Don't be fearful if the other partner finds out the true personality. The better they know whom you are at this time, right? Then you spend 10 years, 20 years, and then they come to know the real you after spending all that life with you, right? So be real from now. The things that you've been hiding, maybe you've been wearing a mask, let it fall down right now. Be you, be real. And you have to accept your partner the way they are. Don't try to change them. As I told you, you have to put God as the foundation of your relationship. So if you want the other person to change, pray for them. Ask God to change them. But don't try to change anyone, because we can't change anybody. We have to change ourselves individually. And that's why I'm giving you this step 1 and step 2. Step 1, you're developing your relationship together, 45 minutes together, and 45 minutes as an individual. Because you as an individual, you're the one who is supposed to change yourself, right? But the other partner can be like, I don't like, be authentic. Tell the other person, this, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. Or maybe this is how I understand it. And explain to them, oh, okay, I didn't know you took it right like that. You try to talk together so that the other person, sometimes we receive false feelings because of what we are expecting from the other person, right? And maybe the other person doesn't even know they are doing things that are hurting you. So you really have to be open to discussion, be authentic, explain the real you, be you, right? Don't try to be someone else because you want to please your partner, or maybe if they discovered whom you are, they are going to leave you. It's better it happens right now, right? So be authentic and forgive. Forgive every day. Don't go to bed angry. Discuss. And even if you can't discuss it that day, because of, anything can happen that you can't discuss that day, plan a date. Before you go to sleep, plan a date. You tell each other, let's plan this day. We are going to talk about this issue for today, right? It doesn't mean that you go sleeping back to back, or maybe stop communication. No, you still communicate, but you still know that you have a date to communicate about that thing that wasn't going well into your relationship, right? Yeah, so I'm going to leave you with that today. So this is a trial week. You try to apply that into your life on this trial week, and next week we are going to enter into the real action like week 1. right? So it's going to be the same things, but now there will be more discussion and getting more intimate with the things, right? So go try doing that, and then next week we enter into the next 7 weeks of action, really doing it, right? Yeah, so I'm wishing you a great weekend, and enjoy yourselves, and see you next Friday, and it's going to be our last episode in January 2018. Time is running, so it's time to take your relationships to another high level.